All right, guys, welcome back to another video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you enjoy the content and you are new to the channel, or if you've been watching and you haven't subscribed yet. So let's start off here and let's talk about the big announcement that happened yesterday. And that was the 2024 January Developer Direct that Xbox is going to be putting on January 18th at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So they came out and they told us exactly what we should be expecting at this show, and it is pretty exciting. This is adding to already a stellar lineup for Xbox in 2024, particularly with one game that I don't think many people were expecting would be showing up, or even gameplay showing up this year, and that was Machine Games Indiana Jones. So very excited about this, and here are the games that we can expect. Indiana Jones, Machine Games also put out a tweet and said that they will be showing off what they have been working on. And does that mean this is going to be a 2024 release date? Maybe not, but it's awesome to finally see exactly their vision and their creativity and what they have created so far with this game that is going to be exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem. We'll go deeper into that after we go through the games, because we got some more confirmation about the Xbox strategy, which we already know, but because of all of the rumors and the fear, uncertainty, and doubt over the last couple of days, it's great to see the tweet from Aaron Greenberg kind of solidifying what we already know about Xbox. Now, the next game here is Avowed, which I can't wait to see more about this game. This one is still slated to set coming for 2024. So my expectations is no different here. I'm expecting this game this year. I don't expect this to be pushed into 2025. I know there was some speculation about that earlier, but they say here that they are going to be showing the upcoming fantasy action RPG, and we're going to learn more about Obsidian's expertise in building worlds with deep themes, dynamic gameplay, and thoughtful reactivity coming to life in Avowed, where players will have agency to make choices to shape every step of their adventure. And we're probably going to get a much deeper look at the game, more so than what we previously saw at the Xbox Showcase. Next one up here is Ara History Untold from Oxide Games. And as we know, this is a strategy game. They like Civilization and stuff, and they're going to be giving us more information on that one. So if you're into those styles of games, make sure to keep your eyes open for that. And then we have Hellblade 2, which we've seen multiple times already. We saw it at the Game Awards, and we saw gameplay, we saw combat. Game looks absolutely phenomenal. I am expecting a release date at this Developer Direct. I feel like they would bring it here, and then they're going to end it off with a bang, giving us the specific date as to when we can expect to play this game. So very, very excited. And they also do mention here that after the Developer Direct is over, the ZeniMax Online Studios will host the Elder Scrolls Online 2024 global reveal. So if you're somebody who's playing that game, should stay tuned after this Developer Direct. This is awesome. I mean, this is a great announcement. It's a very strong start to 2024 for Xbox that is already set to have a phenomenal year. The one question we have now is there going to be a shadow drop? If there is no shadow drop, that's completely okay. I mean, there's still so many games coming out, and everyone's very excited for what they are showing off here. But there is a stark contrast here between the two major competitors, Xbox and PlayStation. We have just a full roadmap of games we can expect this year in 2024 from first-party Xbox studios, and we still don't have that roadmap at all from the PlayStation side, which is why it's been so crazy over the last few days. And obviously I talk about this stuff in my video because it's what the industry and what people are talking about, but it's crazy that we have been talking about and focusing on everywhere in gaming right now on rumors about older Xbox titles potentially being published on PlayStation or the Nintendo Switch, games as a service game, Sea of Thieves, or potentially Hi-Fi Rush. We have no idea if any of this is true. That all could just be made up rumors, and the people who did start these rumors have been wrong multiple times on things that they said. Sure, they've gotten some stuff right, but they've also been wrong. So that could be a rumor that does never come to fruition, and everybody could have all this fear, uncertainty, and doubt for no reason. And even if it does come true, it really isn't that big of a deal if you sit back and think about it. With all the stuff that Xbox does have, some stuff will be on other platforms. I mean, they've already gone over this multiple times, but all we've seen from Xbox is games coming out in 2024, and we've seen nothing from PlayStation. Yet everyone was talking negatively and scared about the future of Xbox, which is crazy. And Aaron Greenberg puts this tweet out, which if you have any doubts about the future of newer games that do come out, whether they will ever end up on PlayStation 5 or release on PlayStation 5 or anything like that, he puts this tweet out and he says, "We are thrilled to kick off 2024 with our second ever developer direct next Thursday, January 18th. He says, "I hope you will join us to experience the magic of visiting these studios and teams for an inside look at these games coming to Xbox, PC, and Game Pass." So everything at this developer direct you should only be expecting on Xbox and wherever Xbox Game Pass is, which is, again, not a surprise, but because of the discussion over the last few days, I feel like it kind of puts people's worries to rest when Aaron Greenberg comes out there and tweets something like that. But it's looking like a phenomenal year. And if they are able to drop Indiana Jones in 2024, this may be going down as the best year in Xbox history, or at least up there. So exciting times if you're on the Xbox side of things. Not so exciting times this year, I would say, if you're on the PlayStation side of things from the first party perspective. And as Xbox being my preferred console, my preferred place to play, I still have a PS5 that I hope we do get a roadmap for soon from their first party, because I would love to have even more stuff to play across all of the different platforms that I do own. So January 18th, stay tuned to my channel. I am in deciding if I will stream it, if I will have the time, but I'm thinking I will end up streaming that. So if you want to come hang out and watch it with me, we can do that as well. Now, we also got another just awesome announcement here, a game that I'm actually very excited to play. When they first showed this off, I thought this just looked like it was a ton of fun, and that is Pal World, which is known as the Pokemon, but not actually Pokemon game with guns, and it's a third-person shooter, and it just looks great. And we did get an announcement here that it is coming to Game Pass on January 19th. So what they say here is that, while last week has been full of somewhat negative rumors regarding potential Xbox games going to other platforms, we can finally start to focus on the immensely positive future ahead for Xbox and Microsoft. And Xbox announced today the next developer direct, airing later this month. And shortly after that announcement, news broke that Pal World will be coming to Xbox Game Pass on January 19th, 2024. So they say it's not clear exactly which Game Pass platforms Pal World is coming to, but the game is an Xbox console exclusive and is coming to Windows PC. So I'm guessing it's probably coming to the entire slates, PC and Xbox. If you have Ultimate, you're going to be able to play it anywhere. So really excited for that. Another day one game, one that I will absolutely be checking out and just kind of seeing how interesting and fun this game is in a world that looks like you're killing Pokemon with guns. And I think it's going to end up being a ton of fun, and one of those games that a lot of people just end up playing together, and perfect for a drop into the Xbox Game Pass services. Now let's jump over here. This is an interesting one because we know 343 has had a huge comeback in terms of Halo Infinite with content and just making the game way better with bringing stuff to the multiplayer side of things than it was in season 1. And we have some more information here that was found on LinkedIn. And this is according to an art director at 343 and the senior character system designer at 343 that have apparently been working on the next unannounced Halo release since April 2022. And they've been building player systems and assets in UE5. So that's interesting. We know nothing. They've said they have nothing in the works right now for any more single player campaign at 343. At least in the near future, but maybe this is what they are working on right now. We've also heard the rumors that they are transferring Halo Infinite from the Slipspace engine to UE5, and it does look like that. There's lots of stuff I think still to come out from Halo Infinite. We've heard about Project Tatanka, which I believe is like the Battle Royale game, but we've also heard that they are just going to keep Halo Infinite and let that run its course and then just release another campaign with a completely different version of the game. There's lots of stuff we still don't fully know about Halo, but obviously I think Halo Infinite is phenomenal right now in terms of the content that's there for multiplayer. In terms of the gameplay, I think it is the best feeling in playing Halo that has ever been made. So I don't want them to abandon how Halo Infinite feels. I don't want them to go and try something completely different that may be a miss, but if they can improve slightly upon Halo Infinite in terms of the gameplay, that's great. So we'll see how this all turns out within UE5, but it's just more stuff to look forward to. I wonder, when is the next time we will see information about Halo in terms of what they have coming up next in campaign and new game modes, Project Tatanka, all that type of stuff? Will that be at this year's Xbox showcase that is in the summer? And we'll stick on the topic of Xbox and just the amount of games that they do have, because we have this here. This is just kind of a breakdown if you want to take a look at it. I believe this is from Colt Eastwood, who put out this picture, and you can see here the games that are coming out in 2024 from Xbox. So a lot of these are guaranteed, essentially. Other ones we don't 100% know, but like you think about the ones that have been announced later for 2024, Hellblade 2, Avowed, Towerborn, Stalker 2. We go down here, you have Flight Simulator 2024, Arc 2, they said is still coming out in 2024. Potentially we're getting that DLC for Starfield, Age of Mythology. And there's also games on here that are missing, like Ara History Untold. Maybe Indiana Jones is going to end up being a 2024 release. We don't know that. I mean, we're going to get confirmation potentially next week once we get the deeper dive. South of Midnight has been just hugely in the rumors that it is coming out in 2024. And as well, there's one missing here that potentially may make its way out, and that is Clockwork Revolution. That's also been the rumors. Kiln is the one that people have been talking about for the Shadow Drop, but let's just eliminate all of the potential games or the rumored games. It's still a great year when you think about Hellblade 2, Avowed, Stalker 2, Towerborn, Flight Simulator, Arc 2, and then you also have the Activision Blizzard stuff, Call of Duty, that's going to be coming on, whatever else Activision Blizzard does put on 2024. One thing to mention as well is they did say there will be no information about Activision Blizzard at this developer direct, so don't be expecting that going in to that show. But I mean, 2024 is crazy, and every time I sit back and think about it and look at the games, I get very excited as to what Xbox has in store for us going forward. Now let's jump over here. Let's talk about a new controller that's actually an old controller that is coming out from Hyperkin. Hyperkin has done this now with every generation of Xbox. They put out the Duke, which I have. They put out the 360 controller, which I use all the time. I absolutely love this. This is just the recreation from Hyperkin. And it looks like here that they are putting out the S controller. It's being remade, which for most people was the controller they use on the OG Xbox. So they say here that it is named the Duchess S, Hyperkin's new take on the original Xbox Series S controller, and it was unveiled yesterday, and the pricing and launch date plans are to be announced, but the team has provided some details on the new gamepad. You can take a look at it here as to what it looks like. They have it here in white. And it obviously has that upload button for screenshots and videos, which is always nice to have. It says, first off, it'll be available in black and white variants, both of which look absolutely gorgeous. There's also some nice features packed in here, including the Hall Effect sticks, which is awesome, and the Xbox Series X and S share button, and detachable connection cable, and more. So you can see it here. I mean, if you love this controller, the Hall Effect in there, to me, makes it worth the purchase. It is wired, and a lot of people hate the wired, but I mean, I play at my desk with my Xbox, and I have this thing hooked up, and I just use it wired. I don't have to worry about batteries, and I just love the feel of the 360 controller. And I think Hyperkin has done a great job with recreating what they have done with the Duke and with the 360 controller. And it feels great in your hands, and just the minor adjustments that they do make, I think, honestly, are worth picking up from a nostalgia point of view and from a practical point of view. So we'll see how this all turns out with the S-type controller. I probably will end up picking one up and just kind of add to my collection with the Duke and with the 360 controller. All right, let's jump over here. Let's end off here talking about PlayStation, because there have been some PlayStation announcements. They were at CES, and none of these announcements have to do with their first party studios and games that are coming out in 2024, but there were announcements. Firstly, they announced that God of War and Horizon is in the works here for movies. I believe the writing has started, and those should be coming out. And then they showed off some new covers here for the PlayStation 5 Slim. If you do want to change the color of your PlayStation 5 Slim, they say they are featuring a smooth metallic finish, the Deep Earth collection, and the DualSense controllers to match the Deep Earth collection. So some new DualSense colors, as well as some plates here for your PlayStation 5 if you do want to spice it up a bit, I guess, and give it a different color. Now, the prices for the PS5 console color covers will start at $55 and then additional colors will be released in the future. Now, the other thing they did announce, which I think is a pretty strong number here for PlayStation, it is that they said that they set a record for their active users with 123 million users who used the console in December. They say Sony says its monthly active users are the estimated total number of unique accounts that played games or used services on the PlayStation Network. The record figure follows news from last month that the PlayStation 5 sales had surpassed 50 million units worldwide, and the console reached that milestone, the sales milestone, on December 9th, 2023. The PS4 hit 50 million in sales after 160 weeks, which is 1 week faster than what the PS5 managed. We also know about the actual console sales itself. The PS5 has outsold the Series X almost 3-1 in 2023. And with all of this, with all the PS4s out there, all of the PS5s out there, they have hit 123 million monthly active users in December of 2023. So it tells me a couple of things. One, again, the theory that your first party games are the most important thing to attract people to your platform and to your console is proven not true, as December had no major release from PlayStation. Most people on there are playing Call of Duty and Fortnite and other games like that. And two, they absolutely need to continue to have full support for the PlayStation 4 to continue to increase those monthly active users. And they're going to want to really sell this number even more. And the other way they're going to do this is by getting people into the PlayStation ecosystem via PC and whatever else they have in the works with their cloud-based services and with their PS Plus, and probably adding in some more features to have people playing on a monthly basis. But 123 million monthly active users is a good number, and it's a record for PlayStation. But I'm going to end the video there, guys. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up. If you are new here, hit that subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video.
Bye.